Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Worshipful Wednesday. We've come on this day to tell God, I thank you for all that you've done. You've been so good to us in more ways than one, and we're so ever grateful. Well, today, March 13th, what a powerful day. It's a happy day for me for multiple reasons. But first of all, I am just so happy. Today marks my 45th anniversary and preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. I am so blessed and so honored that God called me into ministry at a very early age. I was about the age of 17 when I acknowledged my calling. He called me even younger, but I was just a little bit hesitant. And I thank God that He waited on me. 45 years today marks the anniversary of me preaching the good news of the gospel. Also, I want to say happy Q-versary, or what we call Omega-versary, to our firstborn son, Paul II. Oh, I'm so happy for him. He celebrated his anniversary today as being a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. God bless you, my brother and my son. I love you with the love of the Lord. Today, I want to get into the text out of John's Gospel, the 8th chapter, verses 12 through 20. A very powerful word that God gives to us. You know, the gospel according to St. John is the one of that beloved disciple who begins to write down the words that he heard from Jesus. Remember, it was always Peter, James, and John, those three who were always with him. And now we find in the 8th chapter how John writes the words of Jesus and how Jesus spoke one more time. And he said these words, I am the light of the world. If you follow me, you won't have to walk in darkness, because you will have the light that leads to life. You know, this text reminds us that if Jesus is the light of the world and we're following him, we'll never be in darkness. Well, this has to be stated because we too in our day live in a world that is filled with darkness. We might have street lights. We might have wonderful illumination everywhere, but people seem to be dark. They're dark in their belief in God. They're dark in their relationship with Christ. And Christ wants us to share the good news of the light of the gospel. You know, when we understand that Jesus is the light of this world and we know he shines so brightly, we should tell everyone, as we're following Christ, we want you to know you don't have to walk in darkness. Well, how do you know you're walking in darkness? You walk in darkness when you're always bumping into things. How many times have we seen people in this lifespan keep bumping into things, bumping into troubles, bumping into situations, bumping into circumstances? It's the light of day, but they can't see it. They don't have the light of the gospel. You and I need to know that the light of the gospel gives us some great standards to live by. It gives us the standards of all the wonderful things that God has said to us in his word. He has told us that the light of the good news of the gospel will shine so brightly in us that we can become an instrument of God's love and light for everyone to see. We become the way in which people know that my life has been changed because I've been illuminated with the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know, oftentimes we forget that God's light is in us. And if his light is in us, you can't hide it because it shines all over the world. Oh, I remember singing the song, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. When we let the light of the gospel shine, it is then that people will know that God is alive and real because they see more of the light than the apparatus that the light is coming from. Have you ever noticed whenever you're driving at night or walking at night, you can see a light in the distance? It looks like it's hovering over the ground. You don't see the pole. You don't see the stand. You don't see the thing that's holding the light. All you know is that I see the light. You know, people should see us so much from a distance that they can only see the light of the gospel. When people get very close, it is then that they see the light, but then they see all the imperfections in us. That's the reason why we need to make sure that everybody knows it's not the focus on me, but it's the focus on the light. John tells us if you focus on the light, then you'll find out that you'll be walking in the light. Oh, the words of the song, walk in the light, beautiful light. Come where the dewdrops of mercy shines bright. Shine all around me by day and by night. Jesus is the light of the world. My brothers and sisters, when you find that light of Jesus the Christ, you'll always find yourself seeing things from the proper subject. And that is from the way in which God would have us to see it. May God bless you, heaven smile upon you. Take the Lord with you everywhere you go, and we'll talk with you again on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.